transferred to Manchester United today.
Football predictions.
If Rangers nil, Ipswich Town 1.
Football predictions.
Hi, it's Peter Guest and the Moose here for another episode of the footballpredictions.net Spanish La Liga podcast covering games for the 17th to the 20th of January 2025. And you can also see the details for all the matches we're about to discuss in the podcast on our website, footballpredictions.net, along with fixtures from just about every other football competition under the sun.
Yes, and on our website, it'll show you where to watch the games on local broadcast channels plus video streaming services, as well as team news and match odds from local bookmakers. Look in the description of this podcast episode for direct clickable links to all of the matches we're about to discuss. If you're streaming any matches on Bet365, geolocation and live streaming rules apply. 18 plus, gamble aware.
And our first match is Espanyol, who are in 18th, who are taking on Real Valladolid in 19th. It kicks off on Friday, the 17th of January, 8 p.m. UK time kickoff. And look in the clickable links in this podcast, and you'll find your local click-off times, game, odds, and available broadcast streaming channels. And one of which is you can live stream this on Bet365. And to qualify, all you need is a funded account or to have placed a bet in the last 24 hours. When you join them, use bonus code FP365. Well, Espanyol are in 18th and not doing well. I haven't seen many wins from them, but Real Valladolid, as we're now pronouncing it the correct way, are doing pretty well.
Yeah, so after this, the La Liga season have a kickstart against last weekend. They've had a one-match week since mid-December. But yeah, Espanyol going into this game, just one win from the last 10 matches. They did start this second part of the season with a 1-0 draw at home to Leganés. They probably have been a little bit disappointed with that. It is a team that they possibly could have picked up more points from, and it still sees them below the relegation zone, and that's not a nice place to be. But another team who is also there is Real Valladolid, and they had a really good start to their season because they beat Real Betis 1-0 last weekend at home, and it's made them now become just 2 points off the relegation zone. So going into this game with Espanyol, it's going to be a really interesting contest. That 1-0 win last weekend would have given them a lot of confidence, and they're up against obviously an Espanyol team, like we just said, they only won 1 in 10. In fact, Real Valladolid now have 2 wins from their last 3 games, which is pretty good considering that prior to that, they only had 2 wins for the entire season. So, yeah, now they have 4 wins going into this game. It's going to be tight. Bottom of both teams really been stuck at the bottom here for some time. But this is a must-win game also for both sides. So it's going to be really interesting to see who will run away potential winners.
Yes, and we think looking at the form of these two sides, they both seem to be home teams, and that's the way we think it's going to probably remain in this game. So we've gone for, drum roll, both teams to score is our tip, and the odds there you can get for that one are 2.05. But we think it'll be a tightly contested game though, but we think that Espanyol will run out winners being at home, and we're predicting them to win, and just by the single goal. But the odds you can get for them to win are 1.75. And if you're looking for a correct score, we've gone for 2-1, Espanyol 2, Real Valladolid 1. And the odds for that, for a correct score, are 9 or 8-1. Bookies don't really like Valladolid to win this game because they've got them out at 5.25. So maybe that's a bit surprising to some. But like I said, it's all about the home side usually with these two. And we think Espanyol will just get over the line. Next, we've got Girona, who are 8th, taking on Sevilla, who are in 13th position. Kicks up on Saturday, the 18th of January at 1 p.m. UK time kickoff. And use the clickable links and you'll be able to find your localized kickoff times. That's in the description of the podcast, TV channels and streaming services. But it's all on footballpredictions.net, where you can actually see that outside of Spain, you can watch this on Bet365. And to qualify for that live stream, all you need is a funded account or to have placed a bet in the last 24 hours. And when you join, use bonus code FP365. Well, Girona have had a good couple of wins, whereas looks like Sevilla are severely spluttering a bit.
Yeah, the first game of the season, so not season, first game of the year for Girona ended in a 1-0 win at Alaves. We predicted a low-scoring game in that one, under 2.5 goals. But yeah, the fact that Girona went out winners, they'll be quite happy with that, considering that their form has been a bit sort of stuttering this season. They did win against Valladolid just before Christmas. They beat them 3-0. That was their first win in 4. So to start off this half of the season with a win is a good start for Girona, who sits currently in 8th. And another win would actually potentially take them into the places for the Europa League, and it will see them a little bit off the Champions League spots, but I think they'll be quite happy with a European spot in any case. Sevilla, on the other hand, that was a disappointing result at home to Valencia. We predicted another low-scoring game in that one, under 2.5 goals. It ended 1-1. As you know, Valencia bottom of the league, so there's definitely a team that Sevilla will have been wanting to beat. Sevilla pretty much all season, there's been one word for them, and that's been inconsistency. They have not managed to string 2 wins together or 2 draws together, and only once this season they've lost 2 games in a row. So that's fairly telling that their form is really going from one end of the scale to another, and they're very unpredictable. Has to be said that away from home, you can say that, yeah, they have lost 4 from their last 5, but don't forget that 3 of those matches were against Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid, and Barcelona, the top 3 teams in the La Liga at the moment. So, yeah, some tricky away games there for Sevilla. And they now play Girona, which is going to prove another tricky test for them. But yeah, especially on the back of that Girona home win. So yeah, let's what do we think of this game from a Sevilla perspective, and also Girona, considering sort of had quite a few low scoring games this season?
Well, it's like you said, inconsistency here. So we've looked into a crystal ball and we've come up with our tip for this one is under 2.5 goals. So that's either 1 or 2 goals to be scored maximum. And the odds there you can get for that are 1.91. We think Girona will get the win, though, and we've gone for a correct score of 1-0 to them. Odds of that you can get at 7.5 for the correct score, and Girona to win 1.95. Just checking the other odds as well. It looks like if you're going for a draw, 3.5, but for a Sevilla win, 3.9, which is massive. But yeah, if the goal goes that way, then the inconsistency could remain, couldn't it? We'll see. Maybe you want to keep away from this one in terms of the betting, but it should be a good game, and anything might happen. Next, we've got Leganés, the 16th, who take on Atletico Madrid, who are top of the table. And this is on Saturday, the 18th of January, 3:15 in the afternoon UK time. Look in the podcast description and you'll find a link to footballpredictions.net for this game, and where you'll be able to see your local kickoff time, betting odds and broadcast streaming channels tailored to your location for this match. Here, I know we can watch it live stream on Bet365, and to qualify for that, all you need is a funded account or to have placed a bet in the last 24 hours. And when you join, use bonus code FP365. Now, take us through this one. Atletico firing, aren't they?
Yeah, 8 wins in a row for Atletico in La Liga, and that has taken them top of the league as well. So what a run of form from them. And guess what? They're scoring goals as well now.
Yeah.
They've had some really good wins, and their last away game, albeit it was before Christmas, and the last game just before the Christmas break, they went to Barcelona and beat them 2-1. And then they've opened up this year with 3 wins, including 2 wins in the Copa del Rey against teams from the Segunda. But anyway, those were both wins away from home as well, at Marbella, and midweek at Elche. They won 4-0 in that game. In the only game so far this year in La Liga, they beat Osasuna at home. We predicted Atletico to win that game in an under 2.5 goal with an under 2.5 goal prediction, and Atletico on the outcome. They beat Osasuna 1-0, so we had them correct on that prediction. They're going to Leganés, who got a good point away to Espanyol last weekend. The Leganés side, who've actually also opened the year with 2 wins in Copa del Rey. They beat Cartagena 2-1 away, and then midweek they went to Almeria and beat them 3-2. So they have had a little bit of an uplift in form, and they will hope to kick on from those wins in the Copa del Rey, bring some of that form into La Liga. But nevertheless, Leganés overall this season, they've had just 4 wins in total. 3 of them have been at home, but Leganés have lost their last 3 games at home, and they've lost them quite comprehensively as well. 3-0 at home to Real Madrid, 3-0 at home to Real Sociedad, and just before Christmas they lost 5-2 at home to Villarreal. And playing an in-form Atletico side here, this could very well go down the same route as those home games for Leganés.
Yeah, Leganés have been scored against in 5 of the last 6 matches, and they've leaked 12 goals along the way. So, yeah, they are prone to getting beaten by at least a couple of goals, and we think that's probably what's going to happen here. We've gone for both teams to score prediction, however, and the odds there are pretty good, 2.2. But yeah, you can't look past Atletico Madrid to win, and for that you can get odds of 1.5, so they're firm favourites in this game. We have got a correct score prediction of Leganés 1, Atletico Madrid 3, which is quite a hefty scoreline, and we've got pretty good odds for that, actually. If you see on Bet365, they are currently out at 15 or 14 to 1 if you want a correct score of 1-3. Leganés 1, Atletico Madrid 3. Voting on our website is looking at the moment like all Atletico. We've got 94% of you think it'll be an Atletico Madrid win. So not much doubt about it, I don't think, between you and us that it'll be an Atletico, but by how much and what are the interesting markets to look at? That's what you need to think about. Next, we've got Real Betis, who are 10th, who take on Alaves, who are down in 17th. This is on Saturday, the 18th of January, 5:30 p.m. UK time kickoff. Click the links in the description. You'll find where to go. See this match on footballpredictions.net, as well as the kickoff time, betting odds, and broadcast streaming channels. One is to Bet365, and to qualify for that, there's live streaming. All you need is a funded account or to have placed a bet in the last 24 hours and use bonus code FP365 when you sign up. So, yeah, the Betis are looking okay at the minute. They did lose their last game against Valladolid, but what's going to happen in this one?
Yeah, Real Betis, they actually had a fairly decent start to the season in La Liga. They had 5 wins in their first 11 matches. However, they've really stalled towards the Christmas break. They've just got 1 win from 8 games now. And like you just said, the first game into the new year in La Liga, they lost 1-0 at Valladolid. So that was not a great result for Betis, and not a great way to start the year. However, they did start the year with a win, to be honest. That was in the Copa del Rey at Huesca. They beat them 1-0, but then they got knocked out, let's say knocked out big time by Barcelona midweek. They lost 5-1 in the cup, and now they are out of the cup as well. So now they can focus on the Liga. But yeah, just 1 win from their last 8. They're meeting an Alaves team, though, that seems to be, let's say, where a win seems to be up for grasp, because Alaves, despite the start to this season that they had, 3 wins, 1 draw, and 2 defeats, was pretty decent. But ever since then, just 1 win now from their last 13 matches in La Liga, and that includes a defeat in the first game of the year since the Christmas break at home to Girona. We had under 2.5 goals in that game, and they lost 1-0 in that game. And prior to that, they had, in fact, 4 draws in the Liga. But yeah, just 1 win, which was against Mallorca on the 1st of November. So they've been looking a long time for a win, and we don't think that win will happen at Betis either.
No. We've gone for our tip for this one is both teams to score. Odds there you can get at 2. We do like the look of a Real Betis win, and the odds there are 1.75, so they're favourites. Look at the other odds, actually. A draw, you get a 3.6 for this game. Maybe interesting considering how many draws there have been in games featuring Alaves. But we are going for a correct score prediction of 3-1 to the home side. And you get huge odds there of 15, which is an interesting one. So 3-1, 15, 14 to 1 odds. And they've got Giovanni Lo Celso down at Betis, who's playing particularly well this year. He's got 7 goals in La Liga from 13 games. So it shows how tough the Premier League is, I guess, when you take someone out like Lo Celso, who then suddenly is starring down there. But yep, that's how it's going. Let's move on to our summary matches. Getafe are 15th, take on Barcelona in 3rd, which is not great for them. This is on Saturday, the 18th of January, 8 p.m. UK time kickoff. And check out the description, the podcast description link, and you'll be able to find out where to watch it locally for yourself. This one is on Bet365, and to qualify, all you need is a funded account and place a bet, or have placed a bet in the last 24 hours. When you join, use bonus code FP365, because everyone likes watching Barcelona. Now, for this one, we think it's going to be both teams to score, and we've gone for a correct score prediction of Getafe 1, Barcelona 2.
Yes, moving on to Sunday, 19th of January, 1 o'clock UK time, got Celta Vigo in 12th, taking on Athletic Bilbao in 4th. And this is another game where if you go onto footballprediction.net, it'll provide you with your local kickoff time, team news, betting odds, and available streaming options for this game. And internationally, you can watch this game live on Bet365. And to qualify, all you need to do is have a funded account or to have placed a bet in the last 24 hours. Use bonus code FP365 and sign up. For this game, we are going with a 1-1 draw. So that's a score draw, both teams to score, and 1-1.
Next, we have the mighty Real Madrid, who are in 2nd, taking on Las Palmas in 14th. It's on Sunday, this game, 19th of January, 3:15 UK time in the afternoon. And check out links in the description. You can find your local kickoff time and odds and everything. It is on Bet365, and to qualify for that, all you need is a funded account, like you said, or to have placed a bet in the last 24 hours. Sign up with bonus code FP365. Well, I don't know if this would be a great game, but it's always great to watch Real Madrid. And in this one, we have actually gone for both teams to score prediction and a home win to Real Madrid of 3-1.
Yes, and then on to Osasuna in 11th, who takes on Rayo Vallecano in 9th. And this is another game that you can watch on Bet365. And in order to qualify, you need to have a funded account or to have placed a bet in the last 24 hours. And you can use that bonus code FP365 on sign up. And also for this game, of course, check footballpredictions.net, because that's where you'll find your localized kickoff time, odds, TV channels, and streaming services. Now for this game, we are going with an Osasuna win and both teams to score with a correct score prediction of 2-1 to Osasuna.
Then we've got Valencia, who are 20th, taking on Real Sociedad, who are in 7th. It's on Sunday as well, 19th of January, 8 p.m. UK time kickoff. And go to click the links in the description. You'll be able to find where you can watch it locally. And one of those places is Bet365. And to qualify for that, all you do need is a funded account or to have placed a bet in the last 24 hours and use bonus code FP365. FP for football predictions, of course. For this game, we are thinking it's going to be a low-scoring affair. We've gone for an under 2.5 goals prediction, and we think it's going to be a win for the away team. We're going to go for Valencia 0, Real Sociedad 1.
Yes, and finally, to round off this match week, we've got Villarreal in 5th, taking on Mallorca in 6th. This game kicks off Monday, 20th of January at 8 o'clock UK time. Once again, go to footballpredictions.net. It'll give you the local kickoff time in your area, as well as betting odds, team news, and the broadcast streaming channels tailored to your location for this game. And now internationally, you can watch this game on Bet365. And all you need to do is to have a funded account or place the bet in the last 24 hours using that sign-up code FP365. Now for this game, and to round off this week, we're going with a Villarreal win, both teams to score and a correct score of a 3-1 Villarreal.
Yeah, it's worth mentioning just again that live streaming that's available on Bet365, you use the bonus code FP365 when you register. And to qualify, all you need is funds in your account or to have placed a bet in the last 24 hours. Geolocation and live streaming rules apply. Full details are available on the Bet365 website. 18 plus, gamble aware.
Yeah, and in the description section of this podcast, you can find links to the matches we've just been discussing, or visit footballpredictions.net. There you can find the online sources to watch the games from your location via streaming and TV channels, our tips for different betting markets, as well as best offers and odds.
You might be interested to know that we produce football podcasts for additional competitions as well as this one, and you can hear them all at podcast.footballpredictions.net or where you normally download your favorite podcasts from, such as Apple, YouTube, and Spotify. Well, that's it. Thank you for listening. And until the next time, it is
Adios.
adios, amigo.
A football predictions.